goes there? Who's there?
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim, you've done a fine job culling those monsters, The number of those who seek out, should you continue to display... And it slips my mind.
'Tis done. I knew we'd manage somehow.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of these. I have attempted to do the same through my own. Would that I could undertake the task myself. What say you, Your Majesty? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen Your Majesty's claim, I have been unable to uncover aught of... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work...
Such peace.
You are the Arisen. Follow me.
Good food, good sleep. When does my watch end? There's so much work to be had.
Tis best you move along. Should one of the other guards espy you, pray be cautious. Tis best you move along. Pray be cautious.
Work done gracelessly is work done poorly. I'd sooner stay out of the battle where it possible. You seem to be rather friendly with Captain Brancer. Tell me, is he faring well?
This sort of quiet
Some
can go
skills
well.
can only be optimized. I'll have my head if I see another patrol.
Mayhap I'll come here when I've a day to myself.
I'd sooner stay out of the battle
In a real
where
battle,
it possible.
I'll prove my worth.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Who's there? Pray, keep your voice low. Could it be that you have come to bring Mother's scheme? Aye, Disa is my mother. 'Twas never my intent to deceive you. But that is no longer a concern. 'Tis clear that we are a... My word, you mean to say that you are the true... Could Mother have had a hand in that?
Regent Kin Sven appears to be missing from his...
Me? No, sir.
Then start searching, you fool. Should aught...
Forgive me. My absence, this room turned up little of interest. But I'll head out first and speak with the sentinels.
Sven, where have you been,
Forgive me. I couldn't sleep. I thought a stroll might clear my head.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen... How fared your mission? Was there aught suspicious to be found in the Queen Regent? This scrap. 'Twas part of a letter. This alone can prove little, but 'tis clear that... To think, these as that is a surprise, but a welcome one. If Regent King Sven is willing to aid us, you have done well, Your Majesty.
What could the Queen Regent be plotting?
Her Majesty's claim. As a true I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, Your Majesty. A minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most from the pains he took to remain on scene. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to these. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's. I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray.
We have been entrusted with a task. Let us approach it with all due care.
You are the Arisen. Follow me!
All my days were so tranquil.
Tis best you move along. Pray, be cautious.
I wish the minister would be more careful.
Do you recall that package from the tower delivered to the minister's chambers last week?
What business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late?
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the Regent Kin.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the...
My lord,
Oh, unring you. As if anyone in this palace would now. If Wilhelmina calls.
Surely none more important than this.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be... Would that all my days were so true.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there?
Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, milady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, milady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. I don't appreciate having my motives questioned. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take. Off you go now. If you wish to speak further...
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim. As a true... I know this sigil well. 'Tis the... Let me see. It pray make haste in securing Melv. That a meager clue. Though... 'tis clear that the Queen Regent conspire. Though the political situation is stable at present, I fear such a partnership would only... At any rate, 'twould seem our search has led us to I will investigate these matters as best I can. Only once we have gleaned a fragment of the Queen Regent's plot, and ere it slips my mind.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with this phase.
As a reward for your majesty's efforts, you have been invited to... You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would... There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one. I refer to Waldar. Many a time as Disa demanded Waldor, and many a time as the magistrate refused her. Our laws dictate that your majesty, thus, as the staunch... What say you? I prepared a means for you to enter the palace. This mission demands the utmost secret. Should you be discovered, I will be unable...
Fellanes begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
So, you've come, Captain Brand.
I'm dead on my feet after today's training.
Watch yourself. I'm not...
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then, or, Disa's arisen. Have you proof that you are a... Ah! They say by that mark. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. He went before the people, insisting that... And what befell him? Ha! Crusoe was discovered. Aye. I dare say your arrival portends another escape? Here, I spend my days perusing, and I need not turn my ear. That said, if you know of a place, tell me. Does that... I suspected as much. Then we...
A place to quench one's thirst for knowledge, eh? I'll admit 'tis an intriguing prospect.
Well now, I'm not sure.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to a place with books likely to entice Magistrate Waldo, Kendrick of the Gracious Hand is versed in many things. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty, do not forget that we work to serve the city.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Sir Arisen, I trust that you pray see to it that naught occur.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you? Few can afford perpetual generosity.
Sir Arisen, pray see to it that naught akin to the
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble... Many thanks. Hold on a moment, sir. You see, one of the children we care... Malcolm, his name is. He's as... This building's very old. Might I impose on you?
Gathering clues will be essential to our success in this matter.
Where could Malcolm have gotten off to? Perhaps you could try asking the other children.
Is Malcolm all right? We were supposed to go exploring together. Wish he'd woken me up. I was really...
I suppose we'll be wanting to report back now.
Please, sir. Don't...
Just where are these vaults exactly? Let us return to Sir Kendrick. Perchance he will know more.
Vaults, you say? But you mention rubble, Come! I fear there's not a Pray, follow me, and quickly. I believe this is the place to which the children were referring. Look, there, a hole. Could he have There is naught to be done but have a look for ourselves. Let us make haste. I was told of the vaults, but ne'er did I dream that the gracious hands...
Whenever I see so much as a gleam of treasure, I cannot help but want to claim it, however far it may be from our goal.
I expect that's a common occurrence in our line of work.
This is what we went to all that trouble for?
Rarely have I felt so empty.
Malcolm, thank goodness you have my eternal gratitude.
Sir Kendrick, you'll never believe what I've found. Books, sir. Books, and...
Truly? Perhaps we ought to take a look.
We're to be guided to our destination. Let's try to follow along.
Indeed, you are correct.
I shall be your shadow.
Heavens above!
Isn't it amazing? And
It is quite a find indeed. Is this some... Why, I've ne'er seen so many books. Might I ask that you not... We cannot allow the knowledge. We ought to entrust its care to someone worthy. As for you, Malcolm, I forbid you from telling...
Oh, but...
However, in exchange for your... Let's investigate this place's secret...
It near boggles the mind that so impressive an archive slumbered here. 'Tis surely any scholar's dream.
The books ne'er seem to end. Who could have brought them here, I wonder?
My knees have been acting up.
Well, have you found some... Oh, to think such a... Guide me outside, then.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me.
As soon as my shift's done, I'm off to the tavern.
I have been waiting for you,
This should be far enough. If you truly are arisen, words may be wind. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of...
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to it seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely mayhap it would be prudent to visit the man on the... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? You do not possess it. If you've deposited it somewhere else, if you've lost it, mayhap it's been... 'Tis a curious shop, where all manner of useless trinkets may be... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? It seems Magistrate Wardor has been... Mayhap it would be prudent. Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? You do not possess it.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone. It was stolen from me while I was delivering it. It's no exaggeration. He said to be quite truthful. Working under a man such as him, unless...
The jadeite orb could be anywhere now. But chance we ought to speak with someone who... experience in banditry.
Have you come from Vernworth? The ancient battleground to the north is in times past, 'twas since a few days past. It could be that aught's say, if I cannot
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then buy something and see. the truth for yourself. Ah, I see you desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. A little patience is all I ask. The creation of a masterpiece takes whatever it is you need. I can get it, many thanks to you.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... It seems Magistrate Wardor mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty's... Or shall change once we have attended the current... If your Majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, very well. Is there aught else you would speak of, your Majesty? For some time now, 'twas said that the false sovereign... And so, in honor of the false sovereign's identity is still beyond that, but mayhap approaching the false sovereign at one of these gatherings. What say you, your Majesty? My thanks. Some of the sentries posted at the masquerades are under my... Once your infiltration is successful, you will need only don... Here. This should suffice. Take care, your Majesty. Ah. There is one other thing. Masquerades being as they are, much is made of appearances at such gatherings, and